To start the barbell rack pull, for this variation, I'm going to want you to set up the arms of your squat rack at a height where the bar will fall right below the knee. So this may take some trial and error to figure out, but once you find that right peg, I want you to mark which peg it is. You can write which hole number it is in your phone, I don't care, just so you don't have to do a trial and error every single week when you go to do this exercise. Once we have that height figured out, we can place our barbell in the rack, and then we're going to set up in our normal deadlift position. So we're going to push the hips back, we're going to keep the bar close to us, we're going to stand up, lock the knees, and then lock the hips. I want you to drive through the arch of the foot, allow the shoulders and the hips to rise at the same time, and remember to think of the deadlift as a push through the floor, not a pull on the bar. Now let's talk about some common mistakes. So right here is common mistake number 1. We're locking the knees too fast, letting the hips shoot up first, and letting that bar float away from us. Instead, I want you to pull that bar as close to the legs as you can possibly get it. Remember to keep the hips wedged into the bar, and don't let the knees lock way too early like I'm showing right here. The knees are going to lock just before the hips. Another very common mistake is an anterior pelvic tilt or an arch in the low back, and this is often accompanied by an upward chin position. This is going to place excessive unnecessary stress on the low back. Instead, I want you to tuck the pelvis underneath you and maintain that neutral spine position. Another very common mistake is something called ramping, and this is when we turn the deadlift into more of a squatty motion. This happens mainly because people are thinking about locking their hips before their knees, or locking their hips and their knees at the same time. You can also notice the difference between the torso and hip position in that squatty deadlift where the hips are really low and the torso is really upright to a true conventional deadlift. All right, let's talk about this last common mistake here, and this is an excessive lockout. We just need the shoulders in line with the hips.